Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT and welcome back to another Madden 18 rebuild on the channel. Today, we are going to do a rebuild 20 years in the future. So we are going to begin this rebuild from the year 2038. Currently, we're in the 2037 season, but we're going to pick our team, we're going to sim this season, and then we're going to see how the NFL really looks like, 20 years down the line. Go through the NFL draft, gonna go through free agency, try to sign some free agents with their new team, and just try to rebuild a team and win the Super Bowl in year 2038. So hopefully guys do enjoy this, and if this video can hit 2,000 likes, we'll do one last rebuild in the future, the last year of the NFL, because we can't do 30 years in the future because Madden franchise ends in the year 2047, so technically that would only be 29 years in the future, but we can do one more future rebuild in like the last year of the NFL if this video does hit 2,000 likes. So if you guys could like the video, that would be cool. And also if you could subscribe, that would also be cool, because at 200,000 subscribers, we're doing a console giveaway. And if you want a second chance to win a console, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram. A whole separate giveaway once we hit 10,000 followers. So go follow me if you haven't already. Link in the description box below. And also, I shout out somebody every single video. All you have to do is be one of the first 10 people to comment on a video, and you have a chance to be shouted out in the next one. So yeah, I kept this short so you guys stop getting mad at me. Let's get back into the video. So first bit of business, we have to pick a team. Keep in mind, this is 20 years down the road, so that means there's probably no current NFL players still in the NFL at this point, unless they're like quarterbacks that are like 40-something years old now. I doubt we'll see any real players still in the NFL. But we're going to pick our team in a sophisticated way, just like last rebuild. We're going to look to the left, and we're going to count down and pick a team. Last video, we got stuck with an 83 overall team. I want something a little bit better. I don't want it to be way too difficult, but I don't want it to be like a team that's super stacked. But I mean, it is what it is. We get a bad team, we get a bad team. But I'm going to count down from 10, 5, 7, 3, 8, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1. This is the team. It's the 49ers. Okay, so we get stuck with another 83 overall team. So could have been worse, could have been a lot better. But before we do pick the 49ers, I want to go through and show you what every team is looking like, just to show you what the NFL looks like 20 years down the line. So the best players on the 49ers, TJ Fitzgerald, a possible son of Larry. We got Dakota, so one of our best players being a fullback, that's not really good, and Nate Tucker. Giants have a nice 95 overall wide receiver, Demetric Caldwell. They also have an 89 overall offense, so they have a good offense. Jaguars looks pretty good, 87 overall with a 99 overall right outside linebacker, Christian Stone, and a 98 overall running back, Cameron Barnett. Jets look really good too. They have some good top 3 players, but the overall is decent, but a lot better than what they currently are in real life. So they have improved in this franchise quite a bit. Lions, they're trash. Although they do have a 97 overall running back, Perry Conway, 78 overall, not the greatest. The Packers are stacked. Why couldn't I have got the Packers? An 88 overall, 95 offense, 87 defense. This is probably the best team in the NFL right now. Panthers, decent at an 81 overall. Patriots no longer have Tom Brady, and the team, talent-wise, taking a big hit down to a 78 overall. The Raiders, some good players are an 86 overall. Looks like the second best team we've seen thus far. Rams, better than us. Good team, 84 overall with an 89 overall offense. A really good white receiver, Ryan Lay, 94 overall. Maybe this generation's Jordy Nelson. The Baltimore Ravens, another decent team, 83 overall, but like when your best player is a fullback, not the greatest thing in the world. Redskins, another decent team at an 83 overall. The Saints, 86 overall, so they're extremely solid. Another really high overall fullback. The Seahawks, 84 overall with Dex McCloy, maybe this generation's Richard Sherman. The Steelers are disgusting. I've actually never seen a team like actually turn into a 90 plus overall by themselves. The Steelers are incredible. 92 overall, 95 offense, 91 defense. Steelers look like the team to beat in the NFL. Texans, like when you look at this, then like every other team's downhill. The Texans are okay. Have a good running back in Howard Ward, 95 overall. Minnesota Vikings, a 96 overall outside linebacker and a 95 wide receiver with an 84 overall team. Bears, little lackluster but not pathetic. Bengals, not looking great. They're the only team I've seen that does not have a 90 overall player on their team. Bills, not good either. 77 overall. They have a couple good young players, but here's another team without a 90 overall player. Broncos, a 98 overall running back, so they have the best running back in the NFL. The Browns, looking mighty good, so obviously they've improved 20 years down the line with an 85 overall team and a lot of good players. Bucks, good players. Cardinals, 81, so not the greatest. Chargers, 81, once again, not the greatest. Chiefs, not looking too good. Colts, looking mighty good with a 95 overall offense. the Cowboys' best offense in the NFL, 97 overall offense. They're going to be tough to beat too. Dolphins and 93 overall offense, good too. Eagles 84 is pretty good. And look at this. Look at this. We actually have a team like change. Like, what team is this? The San Antonio Express. Dudes, I think I'm actually gonna make an executive decision. I'm gonna pick this team. I think it'll be super cool. I know I picked the 49ers, but I think everybody would agree to actually, because this is the first opportunity I've had to do something like this, to actually use a team that's relocated. So I think we're actually going to rebuild the San Antonio Express 20 years down the line. They have a 97 overall, Ahmad Peterson, maybe the son of Adrian Peterson. Okay, that's not... Anyways, that wasn't supposed to mean like what it meant, but anyways, 80 overall team is worse, so I'm making it harder on myself, but I think this is a cool idea to use the San Antonio Express, so we are going to pick them. So we're going to jump into the franchise as the San Antonio Express. Hilarious. I just now realized it's my Tennessee Titans. My Tennessee Titans are the team that relocated to the San Antonio Express. So it was meant to be. I didn't realize when I was picking them, but this is basically rebuilding the Tennessee Titans. So this was meant to be. We're going to go ahead and sim to the end of this first season because we're actually going to start the rebuild in year 2038. But I do want to see who wins the NFL the year before the rebuild begins, who wins the MVP, and everything like that. So I am going to be rebuilding a non-playoff team just like in the last video. And like our team does not look good. We're going to need a better quarterback, probably some better wide receivers. Really looks like the only position we're not going to have to upgrade is running back. So that's, our defense is okay. Got a good linebacker core. And we need a whole new, yeah, this team's just not good. Some strengths, but some weaknesses, so you can expect that. So it's a 7-9 team, so we're going to be rebuilding a pretty average team, but like I said, it always could have been worse. So the Packers and Jags have the two best records. The Packers, I'm not surprised because you saw their team was incredible. The Eagles did good too, Cowboys did good too, two teams I saw overall wise, and I expected them to do good. Any surprises? The Patriots, although their team didn't look too good, they still made the playoffs. The Browns making the playoffs 20 years down the line. And the worst team in the NFL 20 years down the line is the 49ers. So, that's funny. I kind of looked out a little bit because that's the team we were going to pick, but we decided to go with the relocated team. So, I'm kind of glad that happened. Everything's coming together. Everything was meant to be. Let's see who won the MVP. Well, it's Zach Williamson of the Falcons. But I do want to see if we had anybody in the top 10. We have the 15th best offense in the NFL. And defensively, we had the third best defense. So, it could have been a lot worse. So the Falcons guy wins the MVP, and it looks like we don't have anybody in the top 10, but we'll change that. So time to see which team we're going to have to dethrone as Super Bowl champions. And the Super Bowl champion in the year 2037 is the Dallas Cowboys. So one of the best offenses in the NFL with a blowout win over the Raiders. So hopefully we'll become the best team in Texas through one off season of a rebuild. It is going to be difficult, but I mean, I don't know. Hopefully I don't let you down. So we did have a lot of players that we did have to re-sign. We got our 86 overall wide receiver back, our 83 overall right guard, and some other players. We didn't get all of them to come back. Some of them I didn't even offer. But for the most part, I'm not really too unhappy with who we did get to re-sign. Now the only problem is, for some reason when you re-sign players, this was the problem in the last video and why I couldn't sign anybody out of free agency. Because when you're re-signing people, it affects your available funds, as you see in the top left, and apparently that's where your money comes from in the offseason and not the cap room. I don't understand. How can you, I don't understand how that's even a thing, but I highly doubt we'll be able to sign anybody out of free agency once again, although we have 30 million caps, which that sucks. But we'll see if there's anything I can actually do. So there really was no massive free agents that we could have signed, but we got a couple to sign some anywhere from 75 to 80 overall players for the bare minimum contract, so that's pretty solid. We'll keep on advancing because there's really nobody else I can offer. Because I have hardly any money to offer to players, and it looks like everybody else rejects except this left end. So we got, I think he's a 79 overall left end, so that's solid. So we'll go ahead and advance to the last week of free agency, and we get a couple more signings, a couple running backs, a couple corners, and we get another corner. So we get 2 corners. So I mean, we got some players for bare minimum contracts. If worse comes to worse, if they don't play for us, I mean, they could provide some decent depth, or we could trade them away for other assets. So with that said, it is almost time to jump into the NFL draft. And everybody was really mad at me last episode for the draft. They thought I drafted awful, and I probably did, but hopefully it is better this time around. Now, before we actually do jump into the draft, let me show you what players went where, like the best players that were free agents. So the best player was a 94 overall cornerback, and he goes to the Browns. He was 34. What I did notice was there was a lot of really old players in free agency. A lot of the high overall players were older. So no, I mean obviously there's no players that remain in the NFL. Like even the regions, like even this region quarterback is 37 years old at this point. So you're probably not going to see any current NFL players in this video. But looking at our team and what we need a guard, maybe a center. Maybe you'll have tackle. We'd have like no good tight end, so a tight end would be nice. Unfortunately, our running back, I guess because he's getting old, is starting to regress a little bit, so he's no longer like a 97. But I mean, we need him. We need him for now. But the quarterback, maybe if there's like a superstar quarterback, we might go after him. And on defense, we're pretty stacked at the linebacker core, but either safety position would be nice. Maybe help like quarterback or help on like the defensive tackle, and that's really it. So let's see. Let's begin the draft and see what we can get. So go ahead and skip to our next pick and see what is available for us. So 3 quarterbacks just went off the board, which means we're probably not going to get a quarterback in this draft. So let's go ahead and make our first selection. Last draft, it wasn't really good. Hopefully this one's decent, man. So the number 1 player on my board is a defensive, or a left tackle. He looks decent. But BBB, we can do a lot better than that. So what? Should we go for a guard? We definitely need a guard, but there's no real good guards. There's a decent center that we might need to get this guy in the second round if he's available. If he's available in the second round, we'll get him 100%. Now, right guard, there's some good ones too. So we'll either go center or right guard out of the second round. So looking at our other available picks, this guy looks good for a left end, but we really don't need a defensive end. At right end, these guys look okay, but they say they're going to fall all the way down to the third round. Defensive tackle, these guys look pretty good. We might be able to get him in the second round. A lot of people say D tackle, we go with the combine grade. So maybe we actually do go with this guy, because that's a pretty good combine grade, but we'll keep on looking what else. We don't need a linebacker. That's a really good linebacker, but that's another second round talent. Cornerback, we could really use a corner, and this corner looks really good. Howard Lober, that might be the move. Howard might be the man we get. I think Howard is going to be the man, because we need at least 1 or 2 corners. He looks pretty good. Think he's going to be the selection. Don't be awful. Be like an 82 or 83. He's an 81. Normal development. He's ranked 15th in true talent. We drafted him at 11, so could have been a lot worse. I think we did okay. So into the second round, and I think I kind of want to get this guy. We need a guard. He has an A- impact block, a really good combine grade, but how about those defensive tackles? What D tackles are available? Because they look really good too. They're all gone. We could possibly get a decent one late. Like there's some good ones pretty late in the draft, so we could go with one of them. I think I'm going to go guard here. I'm going to go with the guy that had A-. Hopefully he's decent. Early second rounder. We're going to go with him. 78 overall. I mean, that's good for a second rounder. Not quick or superstar development or anything, but he could start right away if we needed him to. Guys, pretty much everybody I scouted is gone. They're all freaking gone. So I don't know what to do here unless we have a couple of safeties scouted. We don't have any safeties scouted. That sucks. But I did just see an outside linebacker that looks pretty sick. Or was it the middle linebacker? Middle linebacker. This guy looks sick. I mean, we could use him or maybe trade him away if he's good. A-, B-, B- in the third round. We're going to pick him. Yeah, good night. Might as well take a D tackle in round 5. We need one. Got this guy scouted. Just don't be awful. Dog, look at that. Look at that freaking clearance. Clearance is, we get a good guy. We get a good man. The 23rd ranked player in round 4. So I don't have many players left that I have scouted. But this guy, we don't necessarily need a wide receiver, but he looks like the best guy left on my board. Hopefully he's like a 70 plus, or he can just be a 70. I mean, we have this guy scouted. He's a middle linebacker. If he's good, we can trade him away. I don't know. This is round 6. Just be okay. He's not good. He's not good at all. These are literally the last 3 guys left on my board we have scouted. I'm going to pick DeMarcus. Hopefully DeMarcus is okay. DeMarcus is good. Defensive tackle is a position. That's a good pick for round number 7. Yeah, man, I thought my draft wasn't that good. Then I look at the Broncos picking freaking Zach Alvarado in the first round, and he's a 70. I've been looking around, and I don't know why we get stuck with such crappy drafts, but there's just not even really anybody that incredible out of this whole entire draft class. I saw like maybe 182, and that was really it. So I think we did okay with what we got. So now, guys, it is time to jump into the regular season. The trades are about to begin, and we're going to have to see if we can bring the San Antonio Express their first ever Super Bowl ring. Please, Madden, please. This is my last chance. And thank God it worked. This one really hurts, but it's so hard to find a really good quarterback that is possible to trade for. Number one, they're so hard to get. This late, they're so hard to get. And the ones that are normally like 90 plus overall, dude, their cap is like 20 mil. And I'm not about to spend 20 mil on a quarterback. So we had our best bet, and really our only bet, was this 93 overall quarterback. He's only like 28, and he's only worth 8 million. We do have to send our first round draft pick. We do have to send our best receiver, and we do have to send our best left end, but it's so important in these rebuilds to have a solid quarterback, and this is literally, he might have been the highest overall quarterback I saw in the whole entire league. So, A. Vickerson, that's our man. And we just now get ourselves a super sick wide receiver to replace the guy we just traded away. We get a 95 overall receiver with the name Hemingway, so maybe he's a freaking poet. Also get a 7th for our former starting quarterback, who's no longer our starting quarterback, a 68 overall running back, and a 3rd round draft pick. So that, I think we're good at wide receiver now. So we are able to fix our tight end situation. So we get our starting tight end for the rebuild, G. Rimmers, 89 overall, for a 75 overall running back, a 71 overall quarterback, and a 3rd round draft pick from next year, which at this point is 2040. Dog in 2040? Dude, I'm going to be like 45 years old. Well, this is going to be nice. You know what I'm also going to do? I realized I have a right end somewhere. This dude, Brett Blackman, worth 8.6 mil. No, get off my books. Submitting the trade, and it was accepted. So for a 76 overall cornerback, for some reason they valued him at 5 stars. I don't know why, I don't really care. He wasn't even a starter for us. But basically, we get a 90 overall right guard for like 8 million getting off our book. So I like it. So this is the only team that is really interested in this quarterback. Now we do need a free safety, so hopefully this is sort of close to going through. We get ourselves an 87 overall free safety, and that is pretty close. So let's just trade away some other pieces they need. So they need we'll give this guy away. He's worth, why do we have some of these guys on our team? He's worth 5 mil. Like, Shaquille, get out of here. So him, and they also need a left end. We have a backup. We have Terrence Church. Hopefully Bowers is religious, and it was accepted, so we do get ourselves a new starting free safety, which was one of our biggest positions of need. So we do get a player at our number 1 position of need. We get Culliver, a 90 overall defensive tackle, plus a 7th and a 6th from next year for our 2nd string running back, our 2nd string tight end, and a 2nd round draft pick from next year. So let's go. We do get an 87 overall strong safety. I wasn't expecting that to go through. The reason I put in the 75 overall cornerback here is because no other team wanted him for some reason. So we do trade him away here to get an 87 overall strong safety, which we did need to the team. We also traded away our 76 overall free safety, which we no longer needed because we just got that 87 overall free safety from the Vikings. But something you don't like really see here is we traded away that 69 overall right end because he was worth like 6 mil. Why did we have a 69 overall right end worth 6 mil on our team? I don't know. So we actually gained money here, and we also gained a starting strong safety. So we did get ourselves a decent cornerback. We did have to trade quite a bit. A 70 overall wide receiver, the 2nd round draft pick, which I really didn't want to trade away, but we needed some type of cornerback, and this was our best way of getting one, and a 75 overall running back for the 85 overall cornerback, a 6th and a 7th from next year. So we do get ourselves an improvement at the left end position, which was currently one of our biggest positions of need. So we do get an 85 overall left end for a 70 overall wide receiver, a 72 overall cornerback, and a 5th round draft pick from this year. Wow. I didn't expect that. So we get a 91 overall right end, or right tackle. And now we get ourselves a 90 overall right guard. And I'm kind of upset at myself because I didn't notice that they wanted my 73 overall defensive tackle till after I clicked send. So I probably could have got this a lot easier. But I mean, it still is a 90 overall right guard for pretty much nothing. I don't understand. But we get ourselves a 91 overall right tackle. And since we have so many now, I guess we'll just convert him to another position, and our O-line is going to be stacked at least. I mean, why not, huh? I mean, why not? So our full entire offensive line now is plus 90 overalls. We get a 92 overall center. Crazy how much this game devalues offensive linemen, but we get a 92 overall center for an 80 overall running back, a 63 overall quarterback, and a 4th round draft pick. So since we did get so many offensive linemen, we used them in a deal to get ourselves a 91 overall cornerback, and we really needed ourselves a solid corner. And we traded, like I said, our 83 overall left tackle, I think it was actually our 3rd string left tackle, an 86 right tackle, and a 3rd round draft pick, which we did have to trade up for, but all that for a solid starting number 1 corner. So I did not expect this one to happen, and I probably said it a lot this video, but we get ourselves an 87 overall wide receiver in Jarrett because we needed another wide receiver for our backup center and 2 crappy corners. See, how was I supposed to know that was going to be accepted? How was I supposed to know? So we get ourselves an extremely solid 94 overall right end. This happened out of nowhere, but that definitely is an improvement from what we have now, and now I can trade that right in for something else. I think we probably need another corner. So we're going to go ahead and indulge in one final wide receiver because we only have 3 decent ones. This will be our 2nd best wide receiver. We'll add in Jamal Solomon. Hopefully this will go through. You've got to be kidding. You've got to be kidding. Just got to be kidding me. So how about a 70 overall right tackle? Will this please go through? Just eat me. Eat me. Unbelievable scene. So finally we get ourselves a 92 overall wide receiver. Whoa, it actually worked. So we get ourselves a 92 overall left in for a 70 overall left guard, a 3rd round draft pick, and a 4th round draft pick. We traded like all of our draft picks up to get those, so we don't have like anything left. But I like it. How am I supposed to know this is gonna go through? Like, we get a 91 like strong safety, but I didn't really need him. Please, dear God, and it was accepted. This was the best possible cornerback we could have gotten. So since we just got that 91 strong safety, we traded our 87 backup for this guy. 89 overall. Every other corner that was over 90 overall was worth 12 plus million, and we don't have that type of money because we still have to sign backup. So this guy was worth 5 mil, so we traded a 1st round draft pick, which we traded some stuff up to get that. A 4th round draft pick, I think it was 2 of our backup offensive linemen we traded to get that 1st round pick. A 4th round draft pick and 87 for the 89 overall cornerback. Thank God this is going to be our final trade. We get a 91 overall right outside linebacker, and we are done. We also shed some cap there, but our team, we're done. We just had to sign some backups. The backups have been signed, and the team is done. I have to say, I think this is one of the best teams that we've ever put together in a rebuild. I think on average, we have a 90 overall team. It has to be. I want to see what our team overall is just second. Our whole entire offensive line, 90 overall. Our tight end, 89 overall, not bad. Got good wide receivers, I think the best overall quarterback in the league, and the 2nd best, one of the best running backs in the league at running back. And now on defense, our linebacker core, which was already good, got better. Our safeties needed improvement. Dog, apparently our safeties are identical twins with different names, different last names. That's wild. Good corners, good D-line. This team is disgusting. I just want to see, overall wise, our team. Okay, there's no way that's right. There's no way our team's a freaking 82 overall. Okay, so now in the regular season, it says our team is a 95. That, like I said, has to be one of the best teams I've ever put together. So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below as we sim to the playoffs how you think this team is going to do record-wise. If we lose more than 2 games, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. So of course we get a 1st round bye. Of course we did. The whole entire team across the board, although they're already great, improved. And on defense, we had a lot of people improve as well. So it looks like our offense is a little bit better than our defense, but we better have gone 15-1. We go 14-2, so that's what I said. I'm not happy. I'm not mad. 14-2, that still has to be the best record in the NFL, and it is. So we go 14-2. The 49ers, apparently they rebuilt themselves. Won 2 games the year prior, won 10 games this time. That's weird. But I'm glad, and we better win the freaking Super Bowl, or I'm going to be a mad guy. So it looks like we won the coach of the year, although I'm not the coach. We had the best offense in the NFL. We better have. And we had, dude, why does it always do that? We had to have the best defense in the NFL too, right? Of course we did, by 200 yards. Now, did we have anybody win the MVP? And unfortunately we didn't, but our quarterback, Aaron Vickerson, did come in 2nd. And we had nobody else in the top 10. But let's see how a couple of our guys did stats-wise. Quarterback, he was a great pickup. 4,500 yards, 42 touchdowns, 9 picks. Actually went to Alabama. He had was only sacked 17 times, which means our offensive line did great. Our running back was solid. 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns. This guy signed out of, this backup running back I signed out of free agency. That was like a 70-something overall. Had 16 rushing touchdowns. That's crazy. Had 2 guys over 1,000 yards receiving. One of them being our tight end, literally by 1 yard. And we had Nate Jarrett lead us with 12 touchdowns. And defensively, we had a converted guy to middle linebacker with 120 tackles led our team. And we had, that's weird. That's actually really weird. That's not a lot of sacks. We did good, but didn't have a lot of sacks. Dog, we had nobody over 5.5 sacks. Like, we had a total of like 10 sacks. I've had backup defensive tackles get more sacks than that. That's weird. So, we didn't have a lot of sacks, but we could have been the Seahawks and only got a total of 6 quarterback sacks, so that sucks. But guys, it is time. It is time to go into the playoffs. I'm going to set this thing. Maybe this is why. Maybe this is why we never win the playoffs, never win the Super Bowl, although we have like the best team every single time. I'm going to set it to weekly. And maybe it'll, by progressing the players weekly throughout the playoffs, somehow, some way, they'll have that edge to actually win the Super Bowl. Like, this team by far is the best team in the NFL. And if we lose to a 9-7 Raiders team, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be very sad. And of course we don't. We win and are going to be taking on our divisional foe, the Jacksonville Jaguars, who went 10-5-1 on the year. So I just want to see how much we won that game by. So hopefully we won by a lot. Therefore, we're on a hot streak maybe. We won by 2 touchdowns plus. So 3-possession game. Well, actually a 2-possession game. We won by 16 points there. But we're on a hot streak. We better beat the Jaguars. Dude, if we don't make it to the Super Bowl, I'm going to be so upset. Please. This Madden is the dumbest game. I can't deal with this game. It is literally, it's so dumb. The best team never wins. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm not even going to edit this video tonight. I'm upset. We lost. I'm upset. I'm upset. I guarantee we didn't even lose to the Jaguars in the regular season. We played them twice. Guarantee we beat them both times. Guarantee we beat them both times. Beat them once. Beat them twice. But you know what? Get to the playoffs. Lose to them by 10. Woo! Let's go. Yeah, Madden. Greatest game of all time. Let's go.